Hey guys, it's Cowan Hill bringing you a bit of domination here on Villa using the AUG with probably flak jacket, sleight of hand. I've got dual mag attachment, claymores, and maybe hacker or ninja. I'm not sure which one. So there's something in this game that keeps popping up, and that is Last Stand. You'll see a lot of it this game. It is an absolute nightmare perk. Go ahead, tell me your opinion on Last Stand, but personally I think that it's something that should never have came back till, you know, the last 3 Call of Duties. I don't know why. Sorry, 4. The last 4. COD 4, COD 5, Modern Warfare 2, and now Black Ops. It is just... it's ridiculous, and always has been. And now with this like invincibility glitch and that, the best thing, you know, to do, in my opinion, would just be to get rid of it. It is awful, and you don't really use... you don't lose much for actually putting it on, because most of the other third perks are pretty useless. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Marathon just doesn't seem to do anything unless you got Pro. Obviously it does, but I don't think it's necessary, to be honest. Hacker, you know, you can run flak jacket, so you won't have to worry about claymores and nades and all that sort of stuff. So there's no need for hacker. Well, you know, there's no real need for hacker. I mean, motion sensors are still something that you might want to look out for, or not, you know, what do you call it? Not be shown up on with Hacker Pro, but you know, flak jacket is definitely going to save you either way. You know, and the other perks as well, like the sound with perks. Oops. But the sound, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time, and my brain just doesn't do that very well. But anyway, the sound of the footsteps is something that's, you know, not very good in this game. I mean, I was literally trying to take note, and it would be like knifing distance that I would hear them, and you know, my sensitivity just isn't high enough to turn around within the time they can just sprint up and knife me. So I'd hear the guy come up, sprint up and knife me just before he got to me, and it was just like, that sucks. I haven't tried. I cannot speak today. I haven't tried Ninja Pro, but you know, maybe that's a bit of an improvement. But I've heard that it's not really, you know, what you'd want it to be. But yeah, it just, my point is, there's not really much of a trade-off. There's not really much of an incentive not to use Last Stand, because it is so good. And one is you get instant drop shot. Number 2, you get this little invincibility period, which I'll talk about in a bit. Number 3 is you can, you know, shoot people, and you're basically getting extra health. Because the normal health is whatever, 100, say, and then when you fall into Last Stand, it takes like 1 to kill the person. It takes like 1 bullet of anything to kill the person. But basically that gives you what, you know, it would seem like 101 health, but it's not the case. The invincibility period, you know, obviously adds more. The fact that you're dropping down will affect the person's accuracy and whether they'll actually, you know, get the kill on you. And if they've just sprayed a whole clip, if they've sprayed like 25 bullets into you, dropped you down, you've gone over their last 5 bullets, you're in Last Stand, they've got reload, that doesn't seem fair to me. Because it's not the fault of their own. It's not their accuracy was bad, it's the fact that you had instant drop shot. Look at this, get turned on. Oh yeah! So you know, I think it's really cheap in that sort of reason, and I just don't like it altogether. I don't think it's something I'd want in the game, and it's definitely, you know, there's no real, in my opinion, there's no real, I don't know, there's nothing that I really could say, well, I don't want to use it because of that reason. And the only reason I would not use it is because I post on YouTube and that, and I don't want to be, you know, especially as I will moan about it myself, I'm not going to be practicing something that I will, you know, moan about, because that would be stupid. But yeah, it's annoying. It's a big annoyance, and it just, like, if they did put something in that made it so it wasn't so like I don't know, consequenceless, I guess, if that's even a word. If they made some sort of consequence in using it, then it would be a much, you know, more fair perk if they wanted to keep it in. because the basic the basic ideas there, you know, of person dropping down and getting revived, that's fine. Just don't have an invincibility period. Don't have like where they can automatically start shooting you with a pistol. Make like a second gap before they can shoot you with the pistol, or you know, something like that. And I mean, at the moment it's so glitchy that people are dropping down and getting their primaries out. I actually watched a guy fall into Last Stand. He knifed just before he fell, and then when he was on the ground, like he knifed while falling, when he was on the ground he switched back to his FAMAS for about 2 or 3 seconds and then switched to his pistol. Like the game just didn't keep up with everything at once. And you know, I was quite surprised by that. I don't know why these sort of glitches. I mean, in this day and age, that sort of stuff shouldn't be coming out into games that we buy that have been in development for so long, because even simple testing would reveal errors like that. And that's why they say, again, with betas, you should definitely have betas so you can get these errors out of the way before the release of the final game. And I knew that this game wasn't going to be, you know, decent. I knew, well, you know, I wouldn't say decent, but I knew it wasn't going to be very good until they patched a lot of the things, because they never ever had a good idea of what the community wants. They have ideas to a general extent, as in people don't want to see Juggernaut, people don't want to see blah 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 blah, but you know, they always they can never work out the fine details of it. And it's just like they employ people who don't even play the game. That's what it seems like. And although they might, they just don't have the same approach to it as what most serious gamers, you know, serious Call of Duty players would do. And when I say serious, I don't mean serious like MLGs, you know, all that sort of stuff, even though they would be classed as serious as well. But I mean people who care about their stats, people who run with teams, who want to win games, all that sort of stuff. You know, it seems like they're just catering for the casual gamer, you know, and not really giving any thought into what competitive people would want. You know, competitive in a way of just public matches, obviously. But you could say they were. You could say they were like trying to consider it, but it's like they just don't have anyone, you know, doing that stuff. Like, you don't get somebody from the YouTube community to design the game. Not to design it all, but to put in, you know, give their input. Because I'm damn sure that one of them who puts in hundreds of hours, you know, into each Call of Duty game, is going to have a better idea than the producer, the games designer, who's played a couple of hours over the last few weeks and has a little bit of fun. You know, it's a bit of a Ken Burton player. You know, it just doesn't seem right. It's like, if they hold like focus groups, what are they like with? Look at this, knifed as he went into Last Stand. That is, it really does frustrate me. But there you go. This is a very long video, by the way, guys. I do apologise for that, and I am just literally ranting about Last Stand because I guess it's useless for me to rant because it's not going to change. I really wish they would just take it out. It's definitely the one thing in this game which I hate more than Ghost, more than 74Us, by far, by miles and miles and miles. Last Stand is the one. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this game. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.